Hey guys, I just finished part one. Working on part two here for the morning because I just want to kind of recap my night with these folks. So, um, just the other thing I found really really interesting is how sometimes people, how do I say this politely? And again, pointing a thumb at myself. Sometimes, in an effort to either understand, be involved with, we don't completely stay true to ourselves or voice who we are. Um, it kind of maybe mute it a little bit and dial it down because you want to be with the situation, the person, the job, whatever. One of the things I found fascinating about a conversation last night was again, Pastor Leah is not ordained yet, but she will be when she completes her time here in Hobart. Um, but clearly, her calling is religion and the belief in God and sharing that message and so forth. Matt uh, really admits, I'm as agnostic as they come. There are times I believe, times I don't. Just and it was just fascinating to see that these two have dealt with some challenges early in their lives. In the sense, I hope I'm not talking out of school, but Leah is a single child, so her parents are always, they're going to want the best for her in every instance. And let's just say, I guess, from what I can understand, it took them at least one of her parents some time to warm up to Matt as her spouse or before that. And that's a difficult thing for young kids. You want, and I'm not saying they're that young, but you want to share, especially as an only child. Most of the time your parents are some of your best friends, so you want to share and be happy. And when you can't share with them, a lot of times it'll put stress to the point that it impacts the relationship. But it hasn't impacted their relationship, and I think things are much better now. But there's a certain strength that goes with that. But then you hear, um, then you hear things like, here's somebody that's super passionate about God and religion, and this is her calling, and yet her husband, who loves her dearly, you know, has some questions that are unanswered, and at times he's a deep believer, and at times he's not, and you know, just the dynamic that she's not trying to change him and convince him. She respects his ideas in space, and he's not trying to push any thoughts or ideas upon him. It's just a really really neat relationship that they have. I just noticed something here. If you guys notice, I yesterday I was giving him kind of stuff to look like I said Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat, but Papa Joe, um, before I left yesterday, Emma back in outside of Valparaiso gave me some swag to keep me as a memory of her family, and then Papa Joe did the same thing yesterday and gave me, so I've got a little bit more swag on, and then Sarah gave me a pickle pin, which is about to fall off here, and I got to fix that. So, if you're wondering what this pickle pin is, that is my gift from Sarah to remind me of my days in Hobart. So, and I don't know if this came from Heinz or wherever it did, but I think Leah, Pastor Leah, knows from Pittsburgh that they probably sell them. So that's, if you wonder what this kind of growth is on my shirt, it's a gift from Papa Joe and Cindy's daughter Sarah as a keepsake. And then another household member last night, which was trying to see where the scars are. I'm kidding, but they have a kitty cat named Gummy Bear, and apparently when he's hungry, he lets you know it. And I was wearing shorts after showering yesterday and having dinner. I guess he was hungry and had no food in his bowl, so he decided to make it known by digging his claws into my calf. And ow, and Matt's trying to get him off. He got one claw still left, just yanking my skin. So he's fine, but it was funny. So anyway, that's kind of a little bit of recap about last night. I thought there's not much about the daytime that I hadn't already spoke about in the live stream and shared a lot of photos and things. So I didn't, I'm not talking about a lot of. Oh, I did tell you I got blasted in a deluge of rain, and that kind of just shows how this whole thing has come together. I walked in, for about 15 minutes, just a torrent of rain, and it lightened up, and then it did it again. So when I got into town, I was soaking wet from the legs down. My ponchos did great on my backpack and on me, quite frankly. But I stopped in that gas station. I still never forget how, just how timing works. This little parking lot in the little town of Hobart, and I walked outside at that moment to head out to leave and head to the laundromat, and I brought my bag to kind of put my ponchos in there because it was at that time sunny. And there was Papa Joe, and then while I'm at Papa Joe's, here comes Leah contacting me. So certainly somebody beside me is steering the ship. So guys, still just appreciate you following. Love you all, Kira, Grace, and Landon. You guys are getting excited, I know, and thanks for staying in touch with me all day. I love you guys, and like I said, it's Thursday. I'm still trying to figure out a game plan. Depends on what some feedback I get this morning might be as to where I head out and exactly which direction and when. So, all right, guys, I love you. Thanks for